Hi, everybody. Welcome. Colleen Francioli here from FODMAP Life, and I'm glad everybody's joining us today because I'm going to be interviewing Scott Severese. He is the owner and founder of Live Free Foods, which has been certified low FODMAP by the FODMAP Friendly Food Program in Melbourne, Australia. Scott is located in Florida, and he has a line of low FODMAP salad dressings that are delicious. One of which that's very, very popular is ranch. It's very hard to make ranch, low FODMAP ranch dressing. So, but he's figured it out. And he has a big announcement today. And then I'm also going to be announcing at the end a giveaway. So please stick with us the whole time. And again, this is Scott's line of salad dressings, and there's his logo right there. And again, the FODMAP Friendly Food certification. I'm very excited again, like I said, to have Scott here today. We're going to just run through an interview, like I said, and then at the end, we're going to open it up to question and answers, and then we'll announce the giveaway. So without further ado, Scott is going to join me right now. Hi, Scott. How's it going today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
Great. Thank you. You said it was how hot is it in Florida? Oh,
sorry.
How hot is it in Florida?
It's about 85 degrees.
Okay.
So
Okay. I think it's 18 degrees here right now, but I'm not complaining.
Yeah, I think Florida is being overly warm right now, and everyone else is kind of jealous of that.
Yeah. So tell me, I wanted to just kind of go through some questions. Can you tell me a little bit more about how you learned about the low FODMAP diet and how did you build a brand around it?
Sure. So I've worked in the pharmaceutical industry for over 6 years now in gastroenterology. I've been a drug rep and a regional trainer. And, working with doctors primarily on IBS, I saw that it was really hard to teach these doctors about IBS because the majority of them, unfortunately, just don't believe in it. And the ones that do, the response a lot of the patients get is, I'm sure people watching this video have seen it before, they get it's all in your head, it's your anxiety, or they just kind of minimize a lot of the symptoms people are suffering from. And I know I got frustrated because doctors didn't want to, believe that there were better options out there for patients. And I actually ran into a dietitian in the area, and we started talking about the low FODMAP diet. And I'd heard about it in the past, but everyone always said, "Oh, well, it works, but good luck getting anyone to follow it because it's so hard to follow." And she actually got really excited, and she ran out of the room, and she comes back with one of our dietitian magazines, and it had an ad for True Self bars, which some of you may remember was a FODMAP friendly certified bar for people. And unfortunately, they're no longer with us as a company. But she said she was really excited because now her patients had something they could just, toss in their purse and bring along with them and eat on the go. And I said to her, "Well, are there more FODMAP foods out there?" She goes, "No, not that really I know of." And that kind of was the light bulb moment. I said, "Well, this diet does work, and it frankly is a better option than the drugs out there on the market. But if people can't feed themselves, how on earth are they going to follow it?" Mm-hmm. So I started diving into it. I found the great, FODMAP support groups that many of you watching this video are in, and I put up a little survey and just said, "Hey, what are you guys looking for? What products?" And overwhelming amount of responses early on, and within an hour, I think I had over 100 responses. Yeah. And people were just saying, "Hey, we need more stuff. Give us something to eat." And that to me was, confirmation that, hey, I'm onto something here. And that's where we got started.
And what was it like, what has it been like building a food startup?
Oh man. So anyone who thinks building a food startup is easy, oof, I was wrong. It's probably one of the companies that most people in business area tell you to stay out of. And there's a lot of work goes into it. Much to my wife's chagrin, I tried making some of these dressings on my own in the kitchen, completely destroyed the kitchen. It was bad. So I went to the professionals, and I met with some great chefs and some food scientists, because obviously it's one thing to make the products, but it's another thing to make sure that's safe for people to eat and also shelf stable, so that you can ship it and get it in grocery stores. So I met with them, invested a lot of my own personal savings into it. And we started off with the ranch dressing, which was, surprisingly enough, condiments and salad dressings were the thing that people answering the survey said overwhelmingly they wanted the most. I did not know that, and I was ready to make, like a meal kits, kind of what like Modify Health and Epicure were doing. So at the time, people said, "Hey, no, we want condiments." And so said, "What's the most versatile condiment out there?" I love ranch, so ranch dressing was the first one we made, and we quickly followed it up with an Italian and Caesar. And so it's been fun. It's been awesome watching, the products roll off the assembly line, getting to taste a lot of great products and kind of tweak it and make them as close to perfect as we can.
Mm-hmm. And what are your plans for the future?
So, salad dressings were never really the end game for me. It's been something just, on the business side of things to validate the market. So obviously, if we're going to, jump both feet into this, we want to make sure that, there is a market out there, that people are going to buy the products. And, we've obviously seen FODMAP explode over the past couple of years. There's thousands of stores that actually are carrying low FODMAP items now. And so ranch for us was a test. And we had a great response. I mean, we have over 3,000 customers on Amazon alone who have bought the dressing. We've sold, I think, around 6,000 bottles of salad dressing just online. And so now that we know that people want more products, the goal for us is really to be that one-stop shop. We want to make a lot more products, not just in the sauce and condiment space, but expand. Because as everyone watching this video knows, you walk into your grocery store, there are so many different aisles and sections in the grocery store that still don't have a FODMAP equivalent. And it's really our goal to find what the most needed products are for people and to make a tasty FODMAP equivalent for people. So, at the end of the day, the goal for us is to make the convenience factor there, because we're all human. We've all been guilty of, forgetting to pack lunch for the day and having to run by a fast food joint and grab a burger. So if we can take that temptation away and make lives easier so that you can stick to this diet, that's when it's most effective.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I think that convenience, factor, that's huge. And I found, just like with my, FODMAP Life Support Group on my Facebook page, I mean, just all the different ways that people have communicated with me. There's a lot of people out there that either don't like to cook or really don't have the time to cook. I myself like to meal plan and meal prep. It saves time, it saves money. But there is a learning curve, I guess, with it. It takes time for you to kind of get in your, in your groove to do that. I mean, it's great. And I don't mind mixing up a bunch of different spices and herbs and different flavors and stuff. And I love that. Like, even just with the cookbook that just came out, that was like a big part of it. It's like, I didn't want to just make meals that were just, basic, but very flavorful. So if you have a customer that can just make up a low FODMAP salad and then throw your delicious dressing on it, that's excellent. And then like the other products that you're talking about, if it's like, it adds that flavoring component to it, no matter what it might be. That's like, that's so huge when somebody doesn't have to think about, making that themselves. If it's a two-step process, right? If you just know, okay, this is my low FODMAP, say vegetables or grains that I'm going to use in my protein, and then this is what is going to make it like my meal just be so good, like.
Exactly. And that's really where our goal was, especially with the ranch and the salad dressings, is not just to be salad dressings, but I mean, you said it too. When you're making food on the low FODMAP diet, it can be really hard to get a lot of flavor in there. And so for us, the dressings were kind of a shortcut to that.
Yeah.
And I've gotten plenty of feedback from customers who have used the ranch for baking. Rub it on chicken. You bake some chicken with it. You can add it in all sorts of places. So you can really add flavor back into this diet. And that's really, I think, the biggest takeaway for me is just how we can add that flavor and kind of enjoyment back into eating for people.
So in the last couple of years, where do you think like your strongest connections have been with customers?
I mean, I've had a bunch. I've had people reach out to me through, Facebook Messenger, through Instagram, messages, through emails. I've had people call our 1-800 number and have conversations there. And then just talking to people on the Facebook support groups too has been great.
Yeah.
Uh, it's just one of the things that I loved the most was reading, Amazon reviews, and people would literally say, "Hey, this ranch dressing changed my life." And the first one, I kind of laughed and I said, "Okay, ranch dressing can't change your life." But then I thought more about it, and people kept telling me, "Hey, like they'll say, 'Hey, my daughter, she's 10 years old and she's miserable because she can't eat anything. And I got some ranch dressing and she had it with her tater tots and she loved it.'"
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it actually does make a difference. And that's been one of the best things is talking to people, getting the feedback, if they have problems, hear them out too. If they have requests, also definitely hear those out. What we want to do.
I mean, you're also fulfilling like an emotional need for people. I mean, food is a lot of time is connected to, it's an emotional kind of experience.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Like,
and ranch is definitely comfort food.
yeah, and I mean, it's an elimination diet. I mean, you're
Mhm.
changing your lifestyle, to go on this diet.
Yeah.
You're changing what you normally do in your normal routine. And so for you, when creating a product like this, yeah, you are helping people's lives in a big way. So it's not just about food, but it's
Yeah.
about like helping these people to get through all the phases of the diet and be happy and not feel like so limited,
Yeah, and it's twofold. For me, it's obviously making sure people don't have a boring, bland, lifestyle change, and that they are happy to enjoy it. The other thing too is just from the scientific side of things, and being in the pharmaceutical industry, compliance is key, especially with the low FODMAP diet. If you're going to do 6 weeks of elimination, the last thing you want is to get 5 weeks into it and trip up because you just got sick of it and you just wanted to eat a piece of chocolate or you just wanted to have something with flavor. And then unfortunately, you kind of killed all that progress. You have to start all over again.
Yeah.
And so I think the convenience factor and also making sure the food tastes good, that's really helping people to get the most out of the FODMAP diet and do it effectively too.
Yeah. So you have a big announcement. So what's your announcement?
Yeah, so we're really excited to announce that we have launched an equity crowdfunding campaign starting today with a company called WeFunder. And so basically what that means is that it's crowdfunding is kind of like Kickstarter, but instead of donating money for products, you actually get to own a share of the company. So we are actually selling shares of Live Free Foods. And I'm really excited for that because what that means now is that people in the low FODMAP community get a chance to actually have a say in where one of these companies goes. You get to be a part owner in that. And so that's really exciting to me because now it's not just me making decisions and making my own company. It's that it's a company owned by the FODMAP community. Because after all, who understands IBS more is the people who have IBS, not just some business people or Silicon Valley bankers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So can you explain more about what equity crowdfunding is and why you've chosen to go this route?
Sure. So, like I said, so with WeFunder, everything is done 100% legal through the SEC. It's actually a new thing called regulation crowdfunding. It came out about 4 years ago. What that actually means is no longer is investing restricted just to the wealthy. It means that anyone can actually invest in companies now if they are certified in this regulation. So what that means is for as little as $100, you can actually buy shares in Live Free Foods, just like you would buy shares in Apple or Microsoft or anyone else on the stock exchange. Obviously, we're not on the stock exchange. It's a different type of investing. But being that we are a startup, this means you get to own a share of the company. If we succeed, that means that you get a return on your investment. And it also helps us to grow. And the big thing is, like I mentioned earlier, starting a food company is really difficult. I've sunk in most of my life savings, tapped into my 401k, And we've kind of grown it as far as we can. We've got the salad dressings out, and as a lot of you have noticed, we've been out of stock a couple times, and we're actually out of stock right now. And it hurts because I know that people want to buy these dressings, but it's very difficult for us to keep up with the inventory. And we had to turn down several offers from grocery stores to stock our products as well. Wegmans, for one, wanted to stock our products. We had to tell them, hey, wait a second, we're not ready yet. And so if we are able to raise an investment, that means we'll have the money to be able to produce more inventory. And we're actually partnering with a new manufacturer who's not only just light years ahead of our last manufacturer as far as quality and taste, but also in the efficiency. And so it's going to cost us a lot less to bring these products out, which means that we can actually support ourselves. I'll be frank and honest on this one. Every bottle of salad dressing we sold in the past, we lost money on, just because we wanted to make sure it's affordable for people who are on the diet. And with our last manufacturer, it wasn't really, the economics just weren't there. And so with this, we're able to, be profitable and then use those profits to grow even more and to get more products out. So number one, the goal for us is we want to support the FODMAP community. And I think the best way to do that is to grow the market of available products out there. The other big thing is this means that the community gets to be an owner of Live Free Foods. And so very realistically, people who invest will have a say in what this company goes and where we launch products, what products we launch. And one of the things I'm really excited about with this is anyone who invests will have access to our private Facebook group. And this will basically be our soundboard. So any new products that we have, we're going to come to you guys first and say, hey, what do you think of this? When products roll off the assembly line, you get the first samples and you get to taste them and let us know what you think. And then when we're thinking of making new products, you have a direct say in what those products are. So we're going to have our own little advisory board of investors in Live Free Foods from the FODMAP communities that have control over what we do. I think that's really cool because there's a handful of companies out there right now in the US that do FODMAP, but they're making their own decisions, and that's awesome. But that also means that there's more community involved in now.
Very cool. I think one of the coolest things, like what you said, it's just having the FODMAP community connected to this and having say and being able to taste everything. I think that's really exciting. I feel like the whole low FODMAP, it's like a food revolution, really. And I remember hearing from Tim at the FODMAP Friendly Food program. He was saying to me that he's like, I believe that the low FODMAP category will be 10 times what gluten-free was, and
exactly. The numbers are there. You've got 7 times as many people suffer from IBS as celiac disease. And then now we're finding that the majority of people with non-celiac gluten sensitivity actually do better on the FODMAP diet. It's the fructans, not the gluten causing the problem. And I agree. I really do think that FODMAP will completely overtake gluten-free in the next couple of years in the US.
Yeah, even, if you've seen in some supermarkets, when you walk down the aisles now, some of them have just totally taken away the gluten-free section, and now they're just kind of, sprinkling the gluten-free products with all the other products throughout the store. And for me, I'm gluten-free, and I have to look for the little GF on, below all the products, and it can be difficult sometimes, but I really see the low FODMAP category now having its own section at some point in a lot of these supermarkets. I think
it's been really exciting to watch that, and I think we're going to see that grow and grow.
Yeah.
And I'll give a shout out right now to FODY Foods. They've really pioneered a lot of that. And they've done a really good job, getting these stores to build low FODMAP sections. And I think one of the things that the community needs is more options. FODY's great; they've done a great job, but I'd like to see Live Free Foods right there on the shelf next to them. Us, FODY, FODMAP for you, and hopefully even more brands joining that category, so that when you are following this diet, you can walk into your regular grocery store, you walk into your Wegmans, you walk into your Kroger, if you're down in the South, walk into your Publix, and you'll see these products and say, hey, this is going to be a lot easier now.
Yeah. When I went to Australia, it was just so exciting to walk through like Kohl's
Yeah.
and just see like a whole, aisle of low FODMAP products and all different types of products. It's just so exciting. I mean, this is the wave of the future. There's a lot of people that have food intolerances. There's so many more people that didn't have a food intolerance for years and now, have a food intolerance.
Mhm.
I mean, it's huge. It's unfortunate, but
Yeah.
there's definitely ways around it. So, if someone wants to get involved, how can they do so to help support Live Free Foods?
Yeah, so first and foremost, check out our WeFunder profile. So Colleen's gonna post a link up on the video. And so everything, all the legal stuff, all the numbers, our story, another video, are on this profile. Everything you possibly want to know about this is there right there on that profile. And the great thing too is you can ask any questions you want publicly, and we answer them. First and foremost, the biggest thing I want out of this is transparency. I don't want to, it's always uncomfortable asking for money. And I don't want to come to the community and say, hey, give us money, and then something weird or shady happen and us disappear. So it's 100% transparent because first and foremost, I'm doing this for the community and I want this to be involved in the community. So any questions you ask us on the profile are public and anyone can see the answers to them. We have nothing to hide and we're ready to be 100% open with you guys.
Excellent. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
Yeah, so one really quick thing is, so right now we have the profile, you'll see on there, it says, the countdown. You can actually invest right now. What that countdown means is that we have the profile private. And so we wanted to reserve this only for the FODMAP community for the first few days. And so people who are watching this video, people who are involved in the FODMAP community, have an opportunity to invest in Live Free Foods early. And what that means is you get what's called an early bird perk. So the valuation on the company is a little discounted, meaning you pay less per share than everyone else. And so on Monday afternoon, that will go out to the rest of the investors on the WeFunder community. And there's over 100,000 investors, many of which you probably have never heard about FODMAP. And so the biggest thing for us is that we want the FODMAP community to be the first investors and have the first crack at it.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I'm going to open it up to if anybody has any questions and answers. I'm sorry, questions.
And we have answers.
Go ahead of myself. Any questions? Let's see. Do you see any in there? Let's see. Leslie says, sounds like you need to be on Shark Tank.
No, I would love it. And it's funny, I love to go on Shark Tank, but the big thing is with Shark Tank, I can't imagine giving, 80% of my company to Mr. Wonderful for $200.
Yeah.
So that's why, we want to be with people who are a little more fair to us and
Yeah.
people who actually get it.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see if there's any other questions here.
Yeah, I was on the wrong window. Now I see everything.
I don't see any really. Oh, well, I love how Julia here said she needs the ranch back in her life. So.
Oh, I know Julia. Julia has been sending me plenty of messages, and we're working on it, I promise. And this is a big part of it, is not only bringing the ranch back, but bringing it back better, but also being able to bring a lot more products, not just the ranch. So we're bringing it, I promise.
Cool. Okay.
So Julia actually just asked, she missed the first part of this, and what's the status of the company now? So just a really quick recap, Julia. So basically, we are in the middle of partnering with a new manufacturer, and they're not only going to deliver a much better quality on the products and better taste, but they're also going to make the economics a lot more efficient for us because unfortunately, every bottle we sold in the past, we lost money on. And while we loved, you guys being able to enjoy the ranch dressing, it was slowly killing the company. And we are ready to grow and bring out new products. And so we're launching a equity crowdfunding campaign, which means that our customers in the FODMAP community at large are able to invest in Live Free Foods. You get to own a share of the company. And so when we succeed, you succeed, but also allows us to put a lot more products out into the market for everyone to try.
Cool. Well, after we're done with this Facebook Live, this video is going to be up on my Facebook page indefinitely. So I wanted to just announce our giveaway, and this giveaway is going to close by tomorrow night. So anybody that's watching the video now live or is watching it after we're done can take part in the giveaway. So the giveaway is basically my book that just came out in December, the 30-minute Low FODMAP cookbook, plus the winner will also get 10% off of Live Free Foods for a lifetime, which is really exciting. So all you have to do to enter the giveaway is just comment under the video. You can say something like, I need this ranch back in my life, or I'm really excited for Live Free Foods, or tell us why you like Live Free Foods. Whatever you want to say, just comment and you will be automatically entered to win again my cookbook and 10% off of Live Free Foods for a lifetime. So Julia just said, yay. Thank you.
There's another question. So we're on a stock on Amazon. Yes, we are. The hope is, the timeline is early March to be able to get the products back on stock on Amazon and on our website. So we're working real hard to get those as soon as possible, guys. And we appreciate you hanging in there with us.
Thank you for that question, Leslie. So again, everybody should be able to see this right here. This is the link that you can go to. I just put it in the comments section so you can click on it to see how you can get involved. And I hope everybody does rally around Scott and his products. I'm really excited for you, Scott, and I'm really excited to see what other products are going to be brought to the FODMAP community. And again, if anybody ever has any more questions, you could still comment on this video, and Scott will look to see if there's any other comments and get back to you. But this is very exciting to have you today, Scott. So again, Scott Severese from Live Free Foods, which he makes certified low FODMAP food products, and he's looking to the FODMAP community to help him launch some more products and to improve upon the products that he already has. You see the link on the bottom here. Please click on that link to see how you can get involved. And oh, we have one little comment here from Kristen. She says she loves Live Free Foods. I'm excited to see what you all have in store for us. Definitely looking to the crowdfunding option. Thank you for all you've done. Thank you, Kristen, for commenting. And again, thank you. Thank you, Scott.
Yeah, the biggest thing you guys can do too, if you know, if it's not financially, applicable for you guys, just get the word out. Anyone that you guys know, share the word, share the news, so we can all help FODMAP grow together. And Colleen, thank you so much for sitting with me today and for all the well wishes. I'm really excited about this because I've fallen in love with the FODMAP community, and I want to help grow this and make this easier for everyone. And I want to keep doing everything we can do to get these awesome comments of people saying they love our ranch, so we can love more stuff.
Well, I think just the fact that you care and that you're passionate about wellness and IBS, I think you're going to go really far. So thank you very much for starting your brand. And again, we all wish you the best of luck. So, all right. Thank you, Scott. And thanks for everybody for tuning in today. And again, please comment below if you have any questions. If you want to learn more, you can click on the link and then also comment if you would like to be entered into the giveaway. Thank you again, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you.